This is the last lecture on Spartans 500 most important words. Our first word is diligent. Diligent means hardworking and being very careful and thorough. Here diligent and assiduous are one and the same. Many people think diligent and assiduous means only hardworking, but it is not so. Okay, there is a lot more meaning for this both the words diligent and assiduous. Diligent and assiduous means working hard, being very careful, being very punctilious and being very meticulous, and a perseverer. Okay, so a person who is diligent and assiduous is very careful to minute details and he perseveres his hard work. So don't just think that they are only meant for hard work, they are meant for being very careful, thorough, being meticulous and doing a hard work. Okay, so these people are actually very much dedicated kind of people, right? Don't just take them as working hard blindly. They are actually very much careful. So just remember this, replace hardworking with being careful, thorough and being persevering, okay, and doing perseverance. So you have to replace that hardworking with perseverance, careful, meticulous. So all these three characters are attributed to a person who is diligent or assiduous. So example of assiduous is he was assiduous in his attendance at church. Our next word is arduous. Arduous means a task which is difficult to do is called arduous. Arduous task means it is a Herculean task, very difficult task to solve, very difficult task to do. Okay, arduous task means difficult task. Our next word is painstaking. Painstaking means hardworking. Okay, so you should know the difference between diligent, assiduous and painstaking. Painstaking means hardworking. Now our next word is sullen. Sullen means morose, dull and sad. Sullen means morose, dull and sad. Next word is salubrious. Salubrious means healthy. Our next word is sagacious. Sagacious means wise. Salubrious means healthy, sagacious means wise. Our next word is salacious. Salacious means showing too much interest in sex. So this salacious is being very lustful, showing lot of interest in sex. So sullen means dull and swollen, dull and sad. Salubrious means healthy, sagacious means wise, salacious means showing too much interest in sex. Our next word is sordid. Sordid means very bad, dishonest. I told you the example as well. We have discussed this, right? A person having a sordid history, past history, right? So sordid means very dishonest and bad. The synonym of sordid is squalid. So squalid and sordid are one and the same. Our next word is morbid. Morbid means unhealthy fears especially about death. So morbid fears, we say morbid fears. Morbid means unhealthy fears about health. He suffers even though he doesn't have any problems in health, he fears a lot. That kind of unhealthy fears are called morbid fears. Morbid fears about death. Our next word is metropolis. Metropolis means very large and important city. Very large and important city in a country is called metropolis. Our next word is adversary. Adversary means enemy. Antagonist means the main villain or opponent. Okay, the opponent or the main opponent or the villain is called antagonist. In a movie you have a protagonist and antagonist, right? Protagonist is a hero, antagonist is a villain. So adversary is a villain. So antagonist and adversary are one and the same. Our next word is witty. W-I-T-T-Y. Witty means using words in a clever and amusing way. You should underline this word, amusing way. Okay, witty means amusing remarks. Okay, amusing remarks. Using words in a clever and amusing manner is called witty. Now our next word is greet. G-R-E-E-T. Greet means welcome. Now we'll discuss a group of words which are actually a bit confusing. See here, we have delusion, illusion, hallucination. Now one should know the clear-cut meanings of each of these words. Okay, you should know the nuances. Now in general, if you see delusion, illusion, hallucination means a false belief. Okay, all these three means false belief, but then if you go in deep, then you will know the actual meanings and the place where you have to use them. Okay, there will be separate occasions when you have to use a different word for different situations. That is called nuances. You should know the nuances, right? Now delusion and hallucination are medical terms. They are used in medical terminology. Whereas illusion is a general term. For example, you can use these illusions for magicians. Okay. Now, see the difference between delusion and hallucination. Delusion means a person who is suffering from delusion, who is having delusions, he actually sees things in which are actually absent in reality. So, feeling a false object as true, that means feeling something in real despite that thing being absent in reality. Okay, so seeing something as a real but whereas the thing is absent. So for example, a person having delusions, he sees a devil. Okay, he sees a ghost, but in reality the ghost is absent. Okay, the ghost is not there, but still he feels as if the ghost is there. So he can see the ghost, but in reality the ghost is not there. That is called delusion. What about hallucination? Hallucination is the worsened form of delusion. In hallucination, what happens is all your five senses will be impacted. So a person not only sees the ghost, he also talks to ghost. Okay, also he can smell the ghost, he can feel the ghost. So all these senses will be impacted. That is called hallucination. So hallucination is the worsened form of delusion. So delusion means just believing that something is present but in reality that thing is absent. That is just a delusion, that is a false belief. Whereas hallucination means all his five senses will be impacted and he starts not only believing the false things, he also talks to that false things, he also feels, he also senses. All the five senses will be acting, all the five senses will be believing the false thing, right? So that is the hallucination. So delusion, hallucination are medical terminology. Now illusions means illusion is also a false belief. Illusion is a general term. Now you see mirage under summer seasons, right? On roads you see mirage, that is an illusion. It is not a delusion. Okay, that is illusion. And then magicians, whatever magicians done, those acts are called illusions. They create actually what happens is a magician can perform magics, like he can create a bridge, okay, or he can make a bridge disappear. All these things are called illusions. Okay, that's it. Our next word is timorous. Timorous or timid means timorous means a very fearful person. Timorous means very timid. Our next word is temerity. Temerity means confident and unafraid of danger. Now you see here timorous, temerity. They looks alike, but then timorous means a timid person, very fearful, whereas temerity means confident and unafraid of danger. Audacity. Audacity is actually a bit negative connotation word, and audacity means shamelessly bold. This particular person, audacious acts means you normally don't respect your elders. Okay, you behave in a very shameless manner. Our next word is turpitude. Turpitude means very immoral behavior. So try to memorize these three words in a single group. Okay, timorous means very fearful, timid person. Temerity means shamelessly bold, audacity or unafraid of danger. Next word is turpitude. Turpitude means very immoral behavior. Okay, turpitude means very immoral behavior. Our next word is audacity. Audacity means shamelessly bold. Okay. Our next word is vile. V-I-L-E, vile. Vile means extremely unpleasant or bad, horrible thing. That is called vile. Vile acts. Okay. Our next word is wily. W-I-L-Y, wily. Wily means clever at getting what you want, especially by tricking people. Cunning. Okay. Wily means cunning. So remember this. W-I-L-Y, wily means cunning. V-I-L-E, vile means horrible, extremely unpleasant. Okay. Vile. We have one more word called veil. V-E-I-L. Okay. This vile is different from veil. V-E-I-L. Veil means covering something with a cloth. Okay. You veil around. You see, if you see Muslims, they have a veil around their face. Okay. So they veil it. So they cover their face with a cloth. That is called veiling. Now vile, veil, virile and wily. You should know all these four words. Virile means having or showing traditional male qualities such as strength, courage, etc. That is also called macho. M-A-C-H-O. Having male characters, male characteristics is called virile. What are the male characteristics? Male characteristics are courage, strength. All these are male characteristics, right? Showing these characteristics of a male characteristics are called virile. So vile, wily, veil, virile. You should know all these four words. Vile is extremely bad, While characteristics, while is extremely bad and unpleasant. Wily means clever or cunning, okay, clever in a negative tone, okay, negative way. So wily is cunning. Vile means to cover something. Virile means having manly characteristics, right? Done. Our next word is impetuous. Impetuous means tending to do things very quickly without thinking carefully. That means impetuous means doing things in a hasty manner. Impulsive. Okay, the other meaning is impulsive. Impulsive means very fast to act, very quick to act without thinking properly. That is impetuous. Impious is different. Impious means lacking respect for religion or God. That is impiety. If you see this word impiety, this is derived from impious. Impious means lacking respect for religion or God. Impiety is also means the same, lacking respect for religion or God. Impiety. We have one more word called piety, right? Piety. Piety means having reverence towards God, right? Impiety, piety, impious, impetuous. Impetuous means very impulsive. So impetuous, impulsive. Just memorize this. Very important. Impetuous, impulsive. Example, he is regretting his impetuous decision. He is regretting his impetuous decision. That's it. So you should know the word, their meaning, their uses, all these things, right? Now, don't take the notes, just revise the video again and again. At least watch the video 3 to 4 times, then you will be pretty much comfortable with all this vocabulary. Our next set of words are transitory, transient, provisional. You should know all these 3 words: transient, transitory, provisional. All the 3 things means temporary, okay? Temporary, not permanent. So transitory means continuing or existing only for a short time. That is called transitory. Transient means continuing only for short time. That is also temporary. Provisional means likely or able to change in future. So transitory, transient, provisional means temporary. Our next word is obstreperous. Obstreperous is an adjective meaning noisy and refusing to do what someone asks. So obstreperous means very noisy and refusing to do what someone asks, which is very difficult to control. Okay, obstreperous child is very difficult to control. Example, an obstreperous child. Our next word is unruly. Unruly and obstreperous are almost similar. Okay, obstreperous means noisy and refusing to do what someone asks. So that means which is difficult to control, or you can say he's wild, a bit of wild. Okay, unruly means violent or difficult to control, wild. Okay, unruly means wild, which is difficult to control. Our next word is fanciful. Fanciful means imagine rather than based on facts. This is actually a negative connotation word. This word is used to show disapproval. Okay, some people confuse this word fanciful to being very stylish. Don't get confused. Fanciful means, it doesn't mean stylish, rather it means being fictional, fictitious. Okay, fanciful means imagine rather than based on facts. So something which is fictitious is called fanciful. Example, a fanciful story. Our last word for this series is engross. Engross is a verb. Engross means if something engrosses you, it interests you so much that you do not notice anything else. Example, the scene was stunning and for a time engrossed all our attention. See, this engross, this word is very good. Okay, it's not just attraction. Engross means it is attracting you too much that you fail to notice anything else. Okay, you are too much involved into certain things. That is called engross. Now, engross yourself in something. Example, take your mind off it by engrossing yourself in a good book. See the difference here. By liking is different, getting engrossed is different. You should know both the things. Okay, now you start using this kind of phrases, engross yourself in something, definitely you will have certain edge over. Okay, so you have to include these kind of phrases. In whole of our series, I have told you not just meanings, I have given many useful phrases as well, right? Very good phrases. So you should start using those kind of phrases as well in your essay writing or AVA section, right? I hope this series is very much helpful. So start revising this series 3 to 4 times. It will be really beneficial. Apart from this series, you should also watch this Balance 800 series 3 to 4 times, and we have demystifying series. that also you have to watch 3 to 4 times. Once all these 3 playlists are done, then you have to go for Spartans 1000 words. Okay, that will be a revision kind of thing for you, right? So Spartans 1000 high frequency words will be a revision for you. So once you are done with all these 3 things, you have to go for Spartans 1000 words. Now Spartans 1000 word series will be taking some time, because this course is especially made for Spartans 800 word series, right? So the 1000 words, it will take some time, at least 4 months to complete that. So don't wait for that 1000 word series. First finish all these 3 playlists, then that will be for a revision kind of thing, right? Thank you.